first, the big story breakdown. In tonight's Big Story Breakdown, we're taking a look at SNAP benefits. Oklahoma taxpayers could be on the hook to refund the federal government hundreds of millions of dollars because of SNAP and fraud issues.
Fox 25's Rob Hagan joins us live from the state capitol, where the state auditor walked us through her findings. Rob, what did you learn?
Adam, Wendy, get this. Oklahoma is #1 in the nation for SNAP fraud, according to the USDA, and according to our state auditor, Oklahoma could lose $235 million in SNAP funding.
Welcome.
The federal SNAP program started in 1964 to make sure Americans don't starve. But now Oklahoma taxpayers could have to cover the cost because of fraud issues.
The Trump administration is demanding accountability for government spending, and Oklahoma is on track to fail that test.
Governor Stitt has tried to snip SNAP.
If you really have food insecurity, let's make sure that we're using those dollars for nutritional items and not wasting that on cookie and candy and Cokes.
Senate Pro Tem Lonnie Paxton's talking about it.
We've got to start doing things to make our programs run more efficient so that the neediest people are still taken care of. If it's somebody who can take care of themselves, they need to be out there working.
Now the state's auditor is sounding the alarm over Oklahoma's impending SNAP crisis.
Oklahoma taxpayers are staring down the barrel of spending money we do not have, which could result in consequences we do not want.
The federal government pays 100% of SNAP benefits, but by October, all states, including Oklahoma, will have to pay 75% of SNAP administrative costs, coming out to $270 million a year. Cindy Bird says the state is currently at a SNAP error rate of 10.9%. The big beautiful bill requires states to sit at an error rate below 6%. She says DHS dropped the ball.
My office is standing by to assist implementing controls to help reduce that error rate. But we can only do that if we are invited.
By October 2027, the state could lose $235 million in SNAP funding. SNAP benefits cost $820 million in 2019, surging to $1.9 billion in 2023, showing a more than 100% increase.
DHS is under new leadership, and I believe there are many positive changes taking place in that agency.
Now, Bird says her office received 70 SNAP fraud complaints, and that was just July 2024, but the state only checks 100 cases a month. Currently, 1 in 6 Oklahomans are on SNAP. Live at the state capitol, Rob Hagan, Fox 25 News.
Rob, thank you. New work requirements for the SNAP program are now in effect thanks to the big beautiful bill. Those changes were adjusted for certain Americans to receive benefits for more than 3 months over 3 years, which is the time limit under the bill. The age limit was raised from 54 to 64 for able-bodied adults who do not have dependents. The age of exemptions for those responsible for a child was also lowered from 18 to 14.
Restrictions on SNAP purchases in Oklahoma set to take effect next week. This means people with benefits will not be allowed to buy candy like gum or chocolate bars or soda and energy drinks. Folks still be allowed to purchase everyday foods, and benefit amounts will not change. A bill making its way through the Capitol aiming to require state agencies to check for SNAP recipients' immigration status.
Fox 25's Grant Palmer joins us live here in the studio. Grant, what kind of reaction is this legislation getting?
Adam and Wendy, House Bill 4422 would require DHS to notify ICE if it's found an applicant is not in the U.S. legally. The Oklahoma ACLU tells me they're concerned about it.
We firmly believe that children should not be used as pawns to score political points.
That's how the Oklahoma ACLU is reacting to House Bill 4422, which was heard in committee at the Capitol Wednesday. It seeks to check SNAP recipients' legal status.
Wanting to improve our verification system of our welfare system, make sure that those recipients of these dollars are in fact American citizens. Welfare recipients should be American citizens. I don't think that is a controversial thing.
The Oklahoma ACLU, who is fiercely opposing the bill, says that's already happening.
So undocumented Oklahomans are already not entitled to or already cannot receive state benefits.
According to the legislation, DHS would be required to verify a SNAP applicant's immigration status by using the Systematic Alien Verification System known as SAVE. If it finds the applicant isn't in the U.S. legally, DHS would be required to notify ICE. Wynn says this would also impact children.
The difference between what this bill would have done is reported adults applying for child-only applicants. Children that are U.S. born that have citizenship status would have lost access to it because parents may be too afraid to re-enroll or even opt out of these state benefits.
The bill passed committee easily 7-1 with no questions or debate.
Do we have any questions? Seeing no questions, will there be debate? Seeing no debate, will you open up the queue for the vote, please?
The ACLU says the bill has vastly changed from its original version and that they will continue to closely monitor the bill throughout session. Reporting in studio, Grant Palmer, Fox 25 News.
Thank you, Grant. And that was your big story breakdown. You can learn more about the SNAP audit on OKCFox.com.
Plus, you can watch all of our previous big story breakdowns on our YouTube page. Just scan the QR code that you see on your screen, or you can search OKC Fox.